Good evening. I hope you're doing great. I hope everyone is doing great. So, yeah. I see Trader Bashir. How are you? I hope you're doing great. So, I will be going through the markets, but I will be waiting for a few guys to join. Here we are on a Gbpusd. It seems like the market will be pushing even higher. We expect the market to continue going up as we see a very nice breakout. So yeah, I'm trying to share the link with other guys. Ernesto Banda, how are you? I hope you're doing great, man. I hope you are doing great. I'm trying to check if the session is clear. Let me know if maybe everything is clear on your side. Gold, it was trying to reverse. I can say it's trying to reverse. Maybe we'll see a proper reversal because it's been going higher. But when we check on a bigger time frame, that is not really enough. That is not really enough. I was expecting, or I'm still expecting, to see the market reaching this level before going higher. I hope you see that. I hope you see that. So don't forget to smash that like. Don't forget to smash that like. And on the comment section, just let me know which pair do you want me to check. Give me a few seconds. I just want to see if this live is clear on the other side. Okay, it seems to be clear on my side. Which is good, which is good. It seems like everything is clear, which is good. So now we can go on our markets. I see daily lessons 365 Nasdaq and gold will be nice. Thank you. Okay, that's great. So already we are on our gold or XAU USD. So here what we have is just quite straightforward structure. The market is actually on an uptrend. We are on a very nice uptrend. We can see that the market has been pushing higher. If I go even a little bit back there or down there, you can see that we're coming from a very strong uptrend structure, you see. So one way or another, we are actually waiting for a proper reversal before we see a nice move to the upside. Yes, there is a chance for the market to actually continue going higher, but I think a reversal, it's actually what we want. You see, it's actually what we want. If I go on 4 hours time frame, you can see where we are, and I like the fact that we're starting to see some promising reversals. The market is already creating some very nice structures here. A nice resistance there. So I'm expecting to see a continuation of that sell up to that resistance area, which is going to be our support. Sorry, it's going to be our support. But at the moment, you can see that we are actually on the highest level. There are so many factors behind that. There is tariffs. This tariff thing that US is imposing on other countries, it's actually creating panic. And when there is panic, most likely the most important or safe haven assets that you can buy, it's actually gold, you see. And again, tensions or geopolitics, we still have Russia and Ukraine. We never had actually, at the still this point, we don't really have peace talks and stuff. They're still preparing for that. But since we still on that point, it means unless if the war stops, it's where we're gonna see the market goes lower, going down. Because if you checked a few days ago, we had economic events, CPI, PPI, they were all positive, which means the dollar, it was supposed to be positive. But you know what? The market just kept going up, showing us that gold doesn't really care much about what's happening with the dollar. What matters is the tensions. The gold, I mean, the geopolitics between Russia and Ukraine. We have Trump trying to take Gaza. We have so much stuff going on. We have conflicts like geopolitics, Canada and the US on the tariff side. All that will actually spark gold to go higher because everyone is just on a panic mode. That's why we see gold going up. And that, I think, is something that we have to check closer because now the market doesn't really react according to what we see, especially on the economic events. The news that we get, they don't really move like this. They don't really, we might get dollar quite weak, but or quite stronger, but the market is going on the opposite direction. So now let's go on Nasdaq. On Nasdaq, the overall structure here on Nasdaq, we are still on a very proper uptrend. But where we are, we can easily see that the market is trying to continue to go to the upside, but we have to be extra careful because we might have a proper reversal before going up. That is possible. We might have that. You can see here we had a proper reversal, but if that doesn't really happen, we might get a nice breakout there and the market might start to go to the upside. I hope maybe that makes sense. And I hope you see that, you see. So yeah, that's what I see. If we go closer, we can see very well that if we take out this, we have this area. Let me remove that. We have this higher area where it's actually our last hope. We can say the market might respect this, or if the market doesn't respect that level, it means the market will be going even higher. But if the market respects that, the market will actually go down. You see that? So give me a few seconds, sorry. Yeah, sorry. So Now we can see that the market is trying to break out. So we will have to wait and see. It's still interesting. Maybe the market will try to break out. If it breaks here, I'm expecting to see a very nice move. I think the market will continue to go higher. Maybe before we get another retest, then the market might continue. But at the moment, be extra careful. Just wait for a clearer breakout. You see, just wait for a clearer breakout, then you can jump in. So at the moment, we can say, okay, let's just relax there because anything can happen. Anything can happen. So the best thing that you can do, just place a notification so that you don't really miss when the market is breaking out. But it's very close. If it's not going to break out, obviously expect maybe a reversal. You can see what happened before there. You can see that. You see that? I hope maybe that makes sense. So any pair that you want me to check, I will go maybe, let's see, on US30. I will go on US30. I think on US30, it's also quite straightforward, similar to Nasdaq. The overall structure, we are still on that nice uptrend structure. But here we can see that it seems like the market is just ranging. The market is just playing around. So there is a chance for the market to do what? To go even lower from where we are. We are on this nice resistance. We can see that the market is quite struggling. Even if maybe we can go to a smaller time frame, you can see that, you know what? The market is actually just moving around the same level. Do you see that? So this area is just a proper consolidation. It's just a proper consolidation. So we're just waiting for the market to show us if maybe it will break our resistance or maybe continue going lower. Quite similar to what we saw on Nasdaq and so not on Nasdaq. So yes, on Nasdaq. And also maybe if you did check S&P 500. So S&P 500 similar to US30 or Nasdaq, we are playing around the resistance. Do you see that? That consolidation is also here. Do you see that? So we're just waiting. We're just waiting for a smaller breakout. Then we will jump in. We will jump on that. So at the moment, we're just waiting. So for those who maybe check dollar index, let's check dollar index and see what's really happening. Dollar index is actually dollar against other pairs. I see the question. Nasdaq is going up and US30 is going down. Okay. So here's the thing. US30 and US 100 or Nasdaq 100. These are 30 companies. They used to call them blue dot companies. So these companies, it's actually a balanced one. It's a mixture. So this mixture, we're talking about Nike or Nike. We're talking about JP Morgan. We're talking about Apple. I think also Microsoft in there. So it's a mix of these companies, 30 of them, actually quite big. So on US 100, I can say it's dominated by tech companies. You see that? And when AI and other things moves very nice, obviously Nasdaq tends to perform very nice. But at the moment, if you checked, Trump was talking about tariffs. Tariffs means that if you buy products from Canada, you as a consumer, you're gonna pay a little bit more. So which means if maybe we're talking about something like a Nike or Nike inside US30, it might not really perform very well. If you're talking another brand here, let's say McDonald's, there will be McDonald's also. I mean, there's also McDonald's under US30. So most of those companies, because they buy stuff from different countries, they're not going to perform very well because now the customer has to pay more You see, so which means at the end of the day, they're not going to be US30 is not going to perform very well, especially compared to US 100 or Nasdaq 100. The only reason that we have why US30 and Nasdaq performs like quite similar, it's because let's say it's US30, they are valued with the dollar, like US tech or US 100, Nasdaq 100, and USD. So most likely, if the dollar is gonna go up or it's stronger, obviously, even the US30 will go up. If the Nasdaq 100 goes down, most likely you might find that it's because of the dollar, it was weaker or stronger. I hope maybe that makes sense. Like today, we had US retail sales, which were actually not really good. So which means the dollar is going to be a little bit weaker. So it makes US30 and Nasdaq at the same time to be positive. But when you check, it's not like maybe it's because of US30 and Nasdaq are the same. No, it's because they are valued with one currency. So which means if the other currency becomes weaker, obviously both of them, they will be more likely to be positive. I hope maybe that makes sense. But it's better to also do your own research and study more, man. You can, maybe you will find a simpler way or maybe a better way to understand. So now we are on dollar index. So for those who don't know, dollar index is actually dollar against several pairs. So we can say dollar against other major currency pairs like Canada, like Europe, like Britain, stuff like that, right? So not everything. Dollar index is not measured by everything. If maybe it's not compared with gold, if you see maybe dollar index going down and you see gold also going down, remember DXY, dollar index, the measure doesn't include gold, doesn't include other pairs. So it's just few pairs in there. So not everything. Sometimes you will see dollar index going down, gold going down. And you will ask yourself, what's really happening? Yeah, they can do that. They can do that. They are not forced to go in the same direction, especially when they are not paired or they are not paired. They are actually not paired. They are paired with other symbols or instruments. So here we can see that, yeah, the market, it's actually showing us that we were actually broke out here. We actually broke out here. We were expecting to see a continuation of that bullish move, but it seems like the market is reversing. But we'll just have to wait and see how low this thing is going to go. We have our last support there. You see that? If the market touches this and breaks out here, obviously we will start to see the dollar will start to go even lower. But if it respects there, I think we will see the market going or recovering. But another thing is, Trump said there are tariffs for other countries actually, but they're not gonna just place them. They will have to study or investigate if maybe it's appropriate for them to add tariffs because they're dealing with different countries. And it seems like that is the simplest or a good way of doing things. And now that's why we start to see the gold losing some momentum, because before it was just placing all this, all tariffs on those different countries without doing a proper research, I guess. But now it seems like they're gonna wait. So yeah, on dollar index seems to be losing that momentum against GBP, Europe, Canada, and the other ones. So hey Kenzo, do you think Nasdaq might still reach 4-hour resistance trend line? Yeah, I think it's possible. Let's go there. Let's go there. Mosa, how are you, man? I hope you're doing great. So Nasdaq, let's see this Nasdaq. If maybe we are on this daily time frame, remember Nasdaq can move very nice, guys. This thing can be aggressive. But remember, it doesn't just happen now and then. So this is what we have. This is what we have. So I want you to see the moves that we have. We have this move here. We also had that one. We also have this aggressive one there. Or let me just mark them like this. We had that. Another one there. You see that? So I think it's possible for Nasdaq to still reach this support area, even if maybe the market doesn't really reach strictly this support area. But this shows us that, you know what? Yes, it's possible. Way too possible. For example, I can take maybe, let me measure this from here to there. That type of a move. Let's see if maybe this is too small or too big. You can see that. So this actually was even way too long or bigger than what we have now. So if maybe I can say it will move the same way, just look, it's like from here to here, it's like almost halfway. So it's like, it will be a smaller reversal, not really aggressive. So I think the market can still do that before going up. So it shows that it's possible, and the market sometimes move way bigger than that, you see. So yeah, I think maybe that will make sense. Let's check the other ones. So now we just have to make sure that we place the notification just to see if maybe the market breaks out. But make sure that once the market breaks out, don't just jump immediately. Maybe you can get in where the breakout is quite clear. Then you can say, you know what, I can see that there is nothing here. Then I can get actually a little bit later. I mean, little bit after, once the market settles, and don't just go once the market breaks out, because it might reverse very aggressive. So GBP USD, I think on this one it's also straightforward. We had a proper sell until the market breaks out. Just look at this. Market was going down, very nice, downtrend, until we get this breakout. So we were forced to throw this resistance because it makes sense. You see that? So even if when we go back, this zone was something. So I was forced to mark that level. You can still maybe do it like this, it's still fine. And once the market breaks out, it's where we had a nice buy pending order. So now I'm just actually waiting to see if maybe the market will continue going higher. But at the moment, we can see that the market actually broke out. So we're no longer on that downtrend. We expect the market to do what? To continue going up. I hope maybe that makes sense. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. So Bitcoin is still struggling around the same level. Bitcoin is still struggling around the same level, still ranging around the same level where it was. You can see, so around this level. So that's what we see at the moment. So we can go straight to Euro USD. Euro USD is also trying to break out. Euro USD is also trying to break out. You see that? So this is what we have. You see that? So what we have here is quite similar to what we had on Gbpusd. We can see the market reached this nice level, very nice, but the market seems to be reaching that area, and it might respect that. So we have to wait and see if maybe the market will break out and continue. If it breaks out, it's obvious that we're gonna add something. We will add something, obviously, but not exactly where the market broke out. You can see it's a little bit above, so that the market doesn't actually give us those fake breakouts. Or maybe the market might respect that and start to move even lower. I hope maybe that makes sense. I hope that maybe that made sense. So let's push the next one. Which pairs do you want me to check, guys? I will be checking those pairs. Now we are on USD JPY. I think this is the most straightforward structure that shows us that, you know what, USD is getting weaker and weaker, but I think it's also quite straightforward that the market broke out of this support. We had this support for quite long. You see that? We had that support. So at the moment, we can see that the market seems to be going to consolidate before maybe we see a proper move. You see that? So something like that might happen. So we're just waiting to see if maybe the market, but here I think it's quite nice. Already the market showed us that it's retesting. If the market comes around this area, it's obvious that we might look for a sell. But if the market breaks out of this support area, it's going to be obvious that we are continuing with that downtrend structure. I think it shows us that the dollar is losing some momentum. Euro JPY, we smashed this Euro JPY. The time it was going up. Now I think we were supposed to look for a proper sell because it seems to be going to reverse. So on Euro JPY, we have something like this. So we had the market, or we can start from here. So it shows us that the market is just moving around the same level. So what we can do here is, we are not really on those easy trends. We can say, yeah, the market seems to be just playing or consolidating around similar areas. And around this, we also have something. So we can easily see that the support area is quite important here. Every time once the market touches or very closer to the support, we see a proper reversal. But again, the market still bounces back again. So we need to be closer and just to see what's really happening. For a buy there, it was quite straightforward. So let's see. So we had something like this. Let me remove that so that you can see that. So before we had this sell pending order, we actually checked. Just look at this area. Look at that. Look at that. If we draw something there, it makes sense. And when we go, we also have something like this, something like that. And this, to me, it's just the same zone. So the market might respect that and start to go a little bit lower. You see that? So I'm expecting to see maybe the market respecting this resistance and going lower. If it doesn't really go lower, it means we will maybe get a proper push to the upside, maybe towards that resistance. But I can't guarantee that because it seems like the market doesn't really touch these areas mostly. Maybe around this, but nope, I think we will be forcing. But the best thing is to wait for the market to reach this level. But if you can easily get a sell or buy, I think you can still make money because we don't really have an uptrend or downtrend. The market is just ranging around the same level. So which means you can easily make money when you're selling or when you're buying, but just know or just be extra careful just that the market is actually consolidating, so it can reverse anytime. I hope maybe that makes sense. So any pairs that you want me to check? It's Friday, guys. It's Friday. It's Friday. We will be calling it a day. I was trying to make sure that people know that we are back on our live streams. So we started yesterday, we resumed yesterday, and we'll be continuing like this even next week. The best thing that you can do is to smash that subscribe, and yeah, is to smash that subscribe. So on USD CAD, we can see that the market actually broke out of that support area. This was supposed to be up to that point. So we can see that the market was going very nice until we get that breakout. So at the moment, we have to be extra careful here because we can already see that the market broke out of this support area. So which means we can expect a continuation of that sell. Already we have that breakout. So which means we can have that sell, you see. So let me go on Euro GBP. Euro GBP. Okay, so since I have like more than a month, or yeah, I think a month. Not analyzing Euro GBP, it is always good to go on a bigger time frame and try to understand what's really happening. So this is a daily time frame, by the way. I hope you can see. I'm trying to show you here. This thing from this level is been slowly going lower. So you can see that. So the market is actually on a downtrend. I hope maybe that makes sense. I don't know if I start to draw it like that, it will make sense too. Doesn't. So we can actually now go back on our structures and try to see. So on my side, I think this was actually what I saw. The market is going down very nice, showing us that it's consolidating, but there is a chance around this area because we can see that this did not really connect with enough structures. So we had something like that, and now we are still inside the structure. So there is a chance for the market to break out and continue like that. But besides that, it means the market might just continue. The market might just continue here and break out if maybe that is the time. So let me just do a proper analysis here. Let me just do some proper analysis. Let's change the time frame. Yeah, I think it's obvious that we are on a downtrend structure. So now we have something. I think we can also draw this. I don't know if I think it makes sense. Or maybe let's go on 4 hours time frame before we draw that. I think this is what I have. So now what we have here is to wait for the market to reach our resistance area before maybe going down. But at the same time, the market is creating this wedge structure, which is just going to make our job very easy to consolidate. If it's going to continue with the sell, we will see a breakout here before going lower. Or maybe the market will break the resistance and start to go up. If it starts to go up, you have to also make sure you mark at that level because the market might reach this level and start to go even lower. I hope maybe that makes sense, guys. I hope maybe that makes sense. And it's Friday. Actually, even today, it was still just a reminder, just to tell our people that, you know what, we're back on our live sessions. We are back on our live sessions. So we'll be doing this like almost every day. So if you did not really subscribe, smash that subscribe button. Like, share with your friends. So yeah, I think at the moment the market won't be moving that much. And yeah, we will just be waiting and just watching. Especially gold, it seems to be trying to reverse. We want that. We want it to reverse. So we'll just have to wait and see. So please, guys, don't forget to smash that notification so that next week, once we go on our live session, you don't really miss anything. You don't miss anything. So this was a quite short session, but it's just to make sure that everyone understand that we are back on our live stream. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you next week from Monday.